Hey everyone, welcome back to Paragon Reviews. We review books, games, movies, and TV shows. And today, we are back for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier Episode 4 review. So, boys, on to some non-spoiler thoughts. What we
Sweet.
got?
I'm gonna start right away. Really solid episode. Good amount of action. It was great. And yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of good side plot stuff and good ends that were developed. I really enjoyed, and I'm excited to see what happens after the fallout of this episode. It's gonna be pretty crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd call this is a really heavy setup episode. We get lots of great action too, but that's really where the roots lay, is sort of pushing towards the final two episodes, which I thought was great. It's entertaining, also keeps your mind active, and theories are going to be wild for this entire week. So make sure you keep your Insta feeds refreshing.
Yes. Yeah, I thought this one was, it had a lot of good action. It was jam-packed with stuff. So much happened in this episode. There was some really good character moments in this too. A lot of development for a lot of characters, a lot of fleshing out, showing both sides, and it was a good character episode. Great action. It's probably my favorite episode of the season so far. I just really liked where it left us. It was a cliffhanger. There's definitely things that are going to be talked about next week that, like Nathaniel said, I'm excited to see how they resolve certain things from the end of this week's episode. So, that's all I got for non-spoiler thoughts. You boys?
We have lots to talk about today.
So much, but nothing
have
that
a
doesn't
lot I wanna say.
Let's
mind.
get right into it. So we are going to go to the spoiler section. So if you haven't seen the episode, go check it out. Then come join us again to watch the rest of the review. So now we're going to the spoiler section. So spoilers. So boys, let's go. I'm going right in with the big ending. We see a brutal murder done by Captain America. It was the most violent that Shield's ever been used. Even against Thanos, it was less violent.
Yep.
I mean, when he fought Thanos, it was half destroyed, so it wasn't much
like
you could
half
really
a
do
shield.
with it.
That's
true.
Jagged piece of metal at that point.
No, but even when it was a full shield, it was still
Yeah. No, that was some next level dark that we haven't really seen from that moniker, but does it surprise me? Not really, to be quite honest with you.
Okay, well, leading into that, I want to say something real quick.
Sure.
John Walker's an idiot. He's a big idiot.
Totally.
He botched that whole operation earlier.
Yep.
Sam was there. He had the situation.
Sam was there.
Controlled.
He was.
He had everything set up, and then all of a sudden, John Walker walks in.
Peter Quill moment. There's a Peter Quill moment.
It was a Peter Quill moment.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate.
No, I still like Peter Quill more than John Walker.
Oh, totally. They're not even the same.
I don't think John Walker's trying to be likable, right? He wasn't set up.
No, he doesn't care.
But John Walker, I did feel bad because Hoskins died, and I did feel bad, so I understood his rage. Did he take it too far? Yes.
Probably.
But I do understand those emotions.
Yep.
But will it continue? Because if it continues, if he starts just being like murder Cap and he just starts taking no prisoners, then we went from bad to worse, folks.
In a hurry.
Like Erskine said in the first Cap movie, he said the serum makes good better, but bad worse. And so if there's already inklings in there of what he'd do with power, he already has some anger and some jealousy and kind of a chip on his shoulder, like when the Dora Milaje. So I'm just good segue. That fight scene was awesome. They are awesome fighters. It's awesome. And they
Cap
just
destroyed,
down,
completely demolished everything. That was great.
That was fantastic. Also, the can we talk about the whole arm falling off for a second?
that's what I was gonna say.
What just happened?
Falls off like a brick. He looks so vulnerable without his arm there, and he's still a super soldier, but still.
Yeah, it's not quite the same without the
he looked so defeated. He was just so sad. He was just
somebody can take my
arm
off with one poke. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense knowing the way Wakanda works, that there's some kind of fail-safe built into it. That just kind of seems to be their way of doing things. So that's kind of
they're not
cool,
just going to give a weapon to someone who's leaving.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. like without having a way to disable it if it was ever used against them.
Yep.
Speaking of Wakanda, we get our opening scene is a very touching, emotional scene of Ao the Dora Milaje guard trying the words on Bucky, see if they still have the effect on him, and you just see all these flashbacks to his time as the Winter Soldier. And Sebastian Stan plays the scene very well, and like the emotion there, like the tears in his eyes when it rolls down, like you can tell he's just so happy to be relieved of this control that Hydra and bad people had over him, because he's not a bad person.
Nope,
So,
just misguided.
yeah, that was a good opening scene.
Totally set the tone.
Misguided, yes. Jumping to everyone's favorite from last week, we got Zemo doing some more things, and he so first things first, he's really weird with kids.
No kidding.
Yeah, he is he sings them this weird song, and then all of a sudden he's like, I get the candy, but the song was the weird part.
Baba Black Sheep.
You never heard that song before?
Well, no, I've heard the song, but the way he sung it made it weird.
He was trying to like.
You just try not to scare the kids,
right?
off.
It sounded like a creep luring the kids in.
I mean, if he wasn't singing, the kids would run away, right? They were.
For sure.
And they brought the candy.
If he just showed them candy,
Turkish Delights.
I would.
Narnia?
Turkish Delights.
Yeah, Narnia.
Good Narnia reference. Yeah, Narnia. Also, so I love the big question this episode that everyone basically gets asked for. Everyone considers, will they take the super soldier serum? It's asked to Sam, Walker, Hoskins. Technically, Bucky's already got it.
Battlestar.
But like,
Battlestar.
Yeah,
Battlestar.
no, Battlestar. I mean, but Sam has a definite no, because he's seen Steve, the best case scenario. He's seen the worst case scenario in Bucky, and also the super soldiers that were also created by Hydra that Zemo killed in Civil War. Like, and even what the Flag Smashers are doing, like, there's the worst case. Yeah, Cap was the best case. The one who wasn't really changed by it in his morals, just his physical strength and ability. But there is a worst case, and Sam, he doesn't want that. Doesn't want to take the chance.
Yeah.
Whereas both Battlestar and Walker, they're like, and I mean,
they were shaped by their
Walker
life experience,
does
right? Like they were in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
They had something happen to them that was really bad.
Yep.
So like that was what influenced
That's
them,
true.
right?
Different ulterior motives. Plus, Sam's got the wings.
No, I'm not saying their motives aren't.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam's got.
Walker's got the shield though.
It's not quite the same though. He can fly.
No, he doesn't use it as well as Steve. He not just because of this, and this is not another knock on Walker. It's just hard to use in general, and Steve had years of practice with it. Walker's got like a month, and he's
for the amount of time he's had with it. He's like, from a technical standpoint, without the serum, he's pretty solid with it. But yeah, there's so much more he's going to be able to do.
But
I mean, Walker has the serum now, right? He bent that pole of whatever.
Yeah, that was a good reveal. Like, because you're not sure.
Fence.
He seems a little stronger, but because like even when he throws the shield, but then you're not sure. But then the way he bends the pole, it was a good reveal to show that he's got the strength.
Yep.
But that
when he jumped out that window, landed on that car, and like the signature Cap pose, that was like, I don't know how I felt about that. I was like, oh, that's the signature like landing. But like,
in Deadpool's world, words. He's gonna do a superhero landing. Really bad for your
really
knees.
bad for the knees.
Yep.
Totally.
I can't wait to see Deadpool actually comment on that in MCU movie.
Oh, it's gonna be fantastic.
We're
not even gonna get into how they're gonna be able to meld those two worlds together because
he's gonna be PG-13 in their movies.
Yeah,
and they're
I know.
gonna be a little more raunchy in his movies.
Yeah,
I think
it's gonna be.
I think is what's gonna happen.
That's what I've heard too. It's gonna be intriguing for sure, entertaining to say.
Because he's been PG-13 before. So, but moving on. Let's go on to our other. Well, she's not exactly a protagonist, but Carly. She does take up a lot of screen time. Her talk between her and Sam, I really like that talk. It was, and Sam almost got to her, as he said, like he counseled veterans. He knows how to do this. Yeah, Walker
Wow.
freaking interrupted it. Like, come on,
Give him
man.
10 minutes. Hasn't been 10 minutes. Storms in.
Bucky's
what an
like,
idiot.
don't do it.
Yep.
I don't know. Like, Bucky's still got the serum. He could have knocked Walker on his butt, but I mean, that would have
But
started
if you
a
made
whole.
noise like that, right? That you don't.
Yeah,
given
that
it
would have
away.
still triggered. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
But then they also let Zemo escape. Like, it was just dumb on Walker's part all around.
I don't know if they let Zemo escape. I thought he broke out on his own.
No, he
right?
broke out on his own, but I mean, like, they left him alone to break out on his own.
He was
Zemo. You don't
handcuffed
think he can get out of
To
handcuffs?
yeah, well, yeah.
Walker's not
Like-
the brightest
like,
person here, you know.
Walker also
we've
has like no
established that.
experience with Zemo either.
No, that's true.
Right?
But with Sam's talk, I like how he doesn't he tries to approach it from an understanding point. Carly
Mhm.
kind of gives away some of her anger where she's like, I'd kill those people again. And then Sam kind of looks at her and he's like, I didn't say that. And it's like, are you hearing yourself? Like how much she's going off the deep end.
Yep.
Because she doesn't seem like a generally evil person. She's just doing
No,
things
I
the
think
wrong
her
way.
heart's in the right place, right? She
Yep.
she
She's
wants
doing-
something,
yes.
and it's like a total valid reason to do anything, right? Like, I mean, it's a very valid like motivation to like fix the world because it is a crappy
to
place
help
right now. I
people.
mean, like,
Yeah.
I don't know how if the world just disappeared for like half the population is gone, and then 5 years later to come back, it's gonna
Yep.
start
And they
cause
kick
chaos.
out the people
and,
who
like,
had found new places. Yeah, like it's
exactly.
an interesting dilemma, but still, Sam's like you can't murder people. That's a no.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's in the end, it's a no.
Yeah, especially innocent people, and it takes her a second to kind of clue into what she
Yeah.
means by what she's saying. But you can almost
Yeah,
you
like
can almost
she
see
has
that
a moment
switch,
of
right? You can almost see that
Mhm.
switch in her brain going back and forth between this is what I want to do and this is how I got to get there, and this is a little bit too
And then-
much. Have I jumped off the deep end? But then we're right back here almost immediately.
and then Walker interrupts it, and then that ends, and she's just angry, and she kicks Sam and runs away.
Yep.
But where she takes it too far again is calling Sam's sister, calling Sarah, and threatening the kids.
I mean, it's a very. I mean, I don't know if it was really a threat. I think
a
it was
good
just a way to
strategy.
test whether or not Sam was a threat
I mean,
or
she
not,
said she
right?
wouldn't
Like,
hurt them, and I do believe her that she wouldn't hurt the kids or
Just
Sarah.
words.
Really,
It's just
I
words
want
now.
to believe her.
It's just words for
Yeah.
now. And I don't know how else
Yeah.
you get Sam to come talk, to be totally honest with you.
I mean,
yeah.
he wanted to
she did
talk
get
still.
Sam
I
to
think
talk,
he would have
right?
come willingly.
Alone?
but
Alone?
no,
Well, not
Bucky
alone,
didn't
alone,
even
no.
let him go alone.
No, but
They're
you would
not
had
partners,
Walker
but they're partners.
crawling all over that.
That's true.
I think that was the smart way to do that. Now, she follows through with that threat. We have a whole new discussion. But
yes,
like
that's
at
a
the,
whole new.
at the time being, I'm okay with that method.
That's true. If she goes to Louisiana, then we've got some question marks being raised.
We got some
But
huge
also,
concerns.
for the first time in 2 episodes, we get the Falcon suit. He hasn't worn it since episode 2. So
Hey, you're right.
he put it on again,
Uh.
and he did some cool stuff with it. Again, like he even used
Smacking
the
that guy
wings
with the wing.
almost
that
like
was.
yeah, he smacked the guy in the face. That was so cool.
Yep.
And
lots
Bucky
of
had some
good
cool
action.
moves with the knives, like the way he just threw it right beside that dude's head,
Yep.
like just as a scare tactic,
Yep.
was really cool.
I
I
guess
mean,
we're
Bucky's arm is still awesome.
I guess we've officially almost pulled off a full circle here, boys. Just about there. Just about there. All we got to do is talk about the punch into the stone wall, and then we're back to the bloody shield that we started with.
That's
Yeah,
true. We have
yeah.
almost gone full circle. That's true. But Hoskins or Battlestar, he gets captured. he tries to save Walker.
I mean,
When
he did. He did
breaks
save
out
Walker.
because
He
he's
did.
resourceful. He's smart. He did save him, but he
Right.
gets. Carly was
He gets
going for the
killed.
kill. And then she kicks him, and it's like into a cinder block and
That's
like
the
a
end of
giant
Battlestar.
pole block thing. And
Pillar.
It's the end of
Pillar's the
Battlestar.
word
I
you're looking
didn't think
for.
he was dead at first. Pillar, that is true.
He
I didn't
looked
think he-
very
well,
dead,
like-
like immediately.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
I
he
mean, the
looked
second
very
he-
dead.
The second the head fell, I knew he was dead. But like when he just got hit into it, I thought he might be able to get. Before they did a close up on him, I thought he'd be
If
able to
I
get up.
mean, if it wasn't
Then,
Marvel, there'd be blood everywhere. I'm gonna say that
Yeah,
right
no
now.
kidding.
If it wasn't Marvel, it would have been a
I mean-
dead giveaway. Blood everywhere. He was dead. Like
It was the
there's
Snyder
no
cut,
question
yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. Precisely.
but,
If it had been that, it would have been gross.
It looked pretty sick though. I don't know.
But
Bit of blood in
It
superhero
did.
movies. It wouldn't hurt anyone.
Except for the
Well, we did have the most blood,
Raiden.
some of the most blood we've ever
PG.
had in
Yeah.
Marvel.
Yep.
For PG-13, like
Yep.
the way that shield was stained. Now we're full circle, and just the look on his face while he was doing it.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
there was pure rage.
Yep.
He
Like
lost it.
even
He
at
snapped.
Cap's angriest, like Steve's. I don't think we've ever seen that face on Steve Rogers.
It would have been, I think the only thing that would have been really interesting, it's the only time that we would have maybe gotten close, would have been the right person killing Bucky. I think that would have been the only thing that would have gotten Steve anywhere near close to that.
Oh, that
but it
yeah, that
wouldn't
could have maybe done.
But it
Yeah.
wouldn't have ended the same way.
He wouldn't have killed him.
Not like that.
He would have hurt
Not
him.
like that. Not like that.
I don't
for
think
sure.
he would have killed though. Cap avoided killing as much as he could, and I think in the
Yep.
end, his morals would have snapped him out of it before he did the killing blow. I think he would have gotten very close and probably beat him to near death, but stopped because
I mean, we saw what happened in Civil War. Him and like Tony
Yep.
going at it. They almost killed each other.
Exactly, right?
Like,
yeah, but he didn't kill Tony. He just broke his arc
I
reactor
mean,
because
isn't,
Tony
isn't
thought
that
he was going to
essentially
kill him.
killing him if you
there's that
destroyed like
scene where
the
he
arc
walks-
reactor? Like,
Well, no, because he can still move in the suit, and it's not his heart anymore.
that's
So
fair.
he didn't actually like, but Tony thought he was going to kill him.
Yep.
But Steve wasn't going to kill a guy he still considered a friend, even if they were on very opposite ends here.
Yep. Precisely.
But no, and the fact that is going all over social media.
oh yeah, definitely.
This John Walker's actions, that's everywhere now. The U.S. government, I don't know how they're going to respond to that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see
'cause
that. I can't wait to see the follow.
They were the one who gave him the shield.
Fallout's gonna be great.
I'm interested to see the fallout.
Yeah. it's
Like
gonna
maybe that's how General Ross ends up in the show, because maybe
Could
he
be.
has to deal with the fallout.
You
Maybe
think
we see
they-
him on a newscast or something.
You think they
I don't know
reclaim
if
the
he's in
shield?
or not, but
Did
I
they
don't
take
know.
it back?
Somehow Sam and Bucky end up with it.
Well,
There's
they've
2
only got
episodes left.
two
We
more
see.
episodes to get it,
We
so
see.
it's looking more and more like that's going to be the
They
finale.
have it in the trailers. Yeah, which
It's
I mean,
shaping
sets
up
up other
more
things.
and more
but,
and more for that to be the end.
Yeah, it
but
is shaping up like it. I definitely thought that was going to be like first or
So
second
did I,
episode, and then
yeah.
the government was going to confiscate the shield.
Yep.
Yeah, but
A little miss there.
also Sam's really like, yeah, Sam's really shaping up. Like he'd be a good Cap. Like
Yep.
the way his morality seems to work, the way he's very understanding. He's very good at talking things out.
Yep.
He's shaping up that you could see him be Cap. And he's not going to be Cap, but he's not Steve, but he can be Captain America.
I would agree with that.
I don't think he'll ever take the serum though. One, he said he wouldn't, but I don't think like
no.
they-
Just,
he
isn't
never-
there none left technically speaking? Or they all got
technically,
destroyed?
well, yeah, I
It's
think they
gone.
all got
It's
destroyed.
gone.
Which I mean,
Yeah.
props to Zemo for sticking to his guns, because he's very against that, and I mean, he never changed his mind. He stopped them.
There was no
Like, some
no doubt
villains would
there.
have taken it for himself. I
There's
know.
no doubt. That
But
his
he-
entire empire is built on being against that. Would have been a crumble of character arc.
Yeah, that would have been. He's very good at talking his way out of things. For the most part.
Yeah.
He even conceded that Steve was the best version of a super soldier, but he said there's like not a second Steve Rogers.
Yep.
But he concedes that, which I was a little surprised about. But I mean, even though Zemo hates him, I think there was a little bit of respect there.
For sure.
I mean,
with-
just 'cause you hate
Most
someone doesn't
villains
mean you can't
respect their
them, right?
adversaries. Exactly.
Precisely.
But what? Oh yeah, what was the other thing? Oh, I definitely thought there was going to be a post-credit scene. This is just a little thing, but because WandaVision, the last 3 episodes had, and this is technically one of the last 3. So I checked, but
Yeah, so did I.
not
I
today.
mean, it's drilled into my head. There's almost no movies that I don't at least check. But
yeah,
I don't know that
Um,
I don't think we get one till the end now at this point. I don't think we see one.
yeah.
next week.
I don't think we do either. I think we get one that sets up wherever Sam and Bucky's story will go from here.
Yep.
Because they're not done in the MCU.
No.
Not
Mhm.
This show just solidified that they're going to have a bigger role than they probably had previously.
Yep.
I
would agree
But
with that.
also, there's some characters that still, I'm pretty sure the guy Batroc from the first episode, the dude who hijacked the plane. Pretty sure the actor said he's supposed to be back
Well, no,
at
we
some
still
point in that.
and then we still don't know who.
The power broker is.
There's some theories swirling, but we don't have any
That it's
actual
Sharon.
confirmation.
Some people
yet.
think it's Sharon. I mean,
I think there's a case
she
for
has
it.
a very Oh no, there's a case for it. I mean, I don't know. In 5 years, she seems pretty cynical these days, so maybe she turned full. But but she very much was a cameo this episode, giving just useful, helping tips and so forth throughout.
Yep.
So yeah. Any other really big moments in this one? Just again, just more on how John Walker. We've seen the progression through every episode of how he's slowly becoming more angry, a little more chaotic in a sense. He's got a little more
falling off the deep end.
Yeah, he's falling
further and further.
He's becoming a little unhinged.
Yeah.
He was always unhinged, and he only got worse.
It
just got worse.
Grown into a role of slowly getting more evil as we go, which is concerning.
I think the problem with him is that he's trying to find a fight, right? He's trying to pick the fight. He wants to be the Captain America that beats the crap out of people, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he can't be the Captain who talks to people,
When in reality, the weapon he holds, shields are technically, I know it's been used offensively throughout the MCU, but a shield is a passive choice by Steve.
Right.
Back in World War II.
You picked the wrong word.
Vibranium.
You picked the wrong word.
But it's not passive.
You meant to say defensive.
Defensive.
Yeah.
That's true. It's not passive. Defensive. That's what I meant. You're right.
Now I agree with you.
It's a defensive weapon. It's not a Walker's using it on the offense way more than Steve even ever did. And Steve ricocheted off people's heads a lot, but still. But Walker's taking it to a next level on what he's trying to do with that shield.
Yep. They were the Avengers, not the pre-Avengers.
Called the Shield.
Precisely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pre the Avengers. Yeah. No. Well, but that was World War II. So I mean, I give Steve a little leeway that he was fighting the Nazis and Hydra.
Absolutely.
And arguably, actually, not very arguably, the worst world war in the world. So yeah, so. I give him a little leeway there. That's why it's okay that he used the gun too. And Walker didn't use the gun since that episode too, and now he's got the serum, so I don't think he's really going to use it anymore.
I don't think he ever goes back to it.
There's something real quick I want to point out. Just real quick.
This episode, he didn't use it.
Guns work surprisingly well against super soldiers. I don't know. When Kelly got shot, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to get a wound from that, right? But I don't know why they don't use more guns, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's for at least against Steve and Bucky, they were just too quick, and skilled. Because that's the thing. Carly and these guys, they all have the serum, but unlike even Walker's, way more skilled. They're just civilians who got the serum.
Yeah.
They're strong. They have no military training. They have no evil Hydra training.
Nope.
They have no shield training.
Nope.
Being with the Avengers fight, they don't have any of that. Cap and Bucky and even Walker now, they have training on how to fight and how to so yeah, Cap got shot I think once or twice in the MCU, but he never really got hit much because he knew how to move around, and you maybe got one shot off at him, but he wouldn't let you get a second.
Yeah,
you were down before you got a second.
Precisely.
Whereas with Carly, she doesn't have a weapon either. It's just her brute strength.
Yeah.
I mean, she does try and use a knife against Walker, but yeah.
That didn't go so hot. So.
No.
If Battlestar wasn't there, it would have ended very well for her part.
He seemed like a better guy than Walker.
I was starting to feel for that guy before he died.
He seemed kind of chill.
He was having some hesitancies about some of the ways they were doing things too. And then
I think he was Walker's only moral compass, right? He was the tether for everything, and now that he's gone,
he's
free.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's no more tether. That's a good analogy. Yeah. Because even last episode, he was we don't necessarily need to. Did Austin just mute himself?
Nope. I was demonstrating the removal of the tether.
But the tether. Okay.
Clearly that went
that's
right over your head. I get it now.
Yeah, it did. But No, even last episode, he admitted like that you can't really accuse Sam and Bucky of breaking Zemo out without proof. Like they're good guys, and he was like, you even seemed a little hesitant when Walker said like we're going off the grid, like not exactly following what the government wants us to do. So
Yep.
like, there's already like you could tell he's got probably a bigger moral compass than Walker does, and he's Walker's moral compass by
Yep.
association.
Yep.
Because he's right beside him, like they're partners. In the way that Sam and Bucky are partners, yet they don't want to admit it. Also, that's an element that yeah, this is way less buddy cop than I think any of us imagined. There's way less jokes in this than I think they showed in the trailer. Like
Yeah.
most of the jokes are from episode 2.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
last episode wasn't very jokey. A lot of death. And this
It's getting-
episode was
yeah,
pretty
I mean,
serious
like,
too.
The tone's changing, right? It doesn't make
Wouldn't-
sense.
I
mean,
Why
yeah,
you make crack
exactly.
It looks like Battlestar died. Ha,
Yeah,
ha.
no one was cracking jokes during Infinity War. So
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair.
Just
Infinity
wouldn't
War
have,
and
wouldn't
Endgame
have,
was
wouldn't have
way
fit
less
so
on the
far.
jokes.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how this, yeah, like, I don't know where the resolution is heading for this story. Like, I don't know how they're,
We're in for a good 2 weeks. That's
Yeah,
about
we got
all I can come
2
up
more
with.
episodes.
yeah, I'm really, and like, they're much longer than WandaVision or Mando. Like,
Yep.
they're like solid, you're getting like 45 to 50 minutes of straight episode.
Yep.
Not counting the previously on and not counting the credits. You're getting like a lot.
It's been good so
So
far.
I would have liked. I know they're trying to keep it with the serious tone and everything, but even if just in a monotone tone, Sam said previously on instead of just flashing the words. I just liked that in WandaVision.
It's fair. Yep. Yeah, I can see it.
Previously on WandaVision, but like just previously on the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, just in Sam's normal tone of voice. Just like you don't need to make it perky like Wanda
Yep.
was at the beginning of her show, but
Yep.
just like and it would fit with the tone still, I think. But I mean, that's like not a criticism. That's just something that would have been cool to see.
Yep.
But
absolutely.
a little fun. But also, what was I going to say? Oh, just Bucky's still got. I mean, not that he's not the Winter Soldier, but he's still got anger in him. Like the way he just flipped out on Zemo there.
Yep.
There's definitely some aggression still in Mr. Barnes.
Totally.
Even if the words don't work, and even if he's not a killer anymore, he's still just got. But that could just be
He's a battle-hardened warrior, right?
Still
So,
human.
like
He's still Bucky.
Yeah, he's been bouncing around from wars for 90 years, as
Yeah.
he said in episode 1. Like he's never really got to stop from the fight to Wakanda.
Exactly.
Which I mean, I can almost see him going back to Wakanda at the end because he doesn't
Yep.
seem to really fit in like Brooklyn right now, and Wakanda he kind of had a chill home,
Yep. I
Very
can see it.
some peace. So he
Totally.
could, and maybe
Totally.
he'll be in Black Panther 2, which is currently being written, so they could write him in.
Yep.
I'm excited for that movie, and just they've said I'm interested to see how they pay respect to Chadwick Boseman, and they've already said they're gonna spin off into Wakanda shows, like a few on Disney Plus.
Yep.
So I'm interested to see how that leads into those.
Yep.
Well, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's content. I hope you had some laughs. I hope you come check us out again. And with that said, here you go, Nat.
Yeah, if you're into any of our videos, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have some TV reviews and some gaming videos over there. But if that's not your cup of tea,
We always have most of our content on a podcast form on Apple Podcasts. You know, check that out as well. And if written stuff is more your caliber, whether it's books or just written reviews, Nat's got a perfect option for you.
yeah, exactly. Come visit our website, www.prairiegroundreviews.com. We have all your reading needs from books, games, movies, and even TV show reviews. If you want to stay up to date,
Be sure to check out all of our social medias on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. Get all the updates you need from our site.
And with that said, from everyone here at the Prairie Grown Reviews team, see you guys next time.